Eastern Conference Finals, Game 4. The Toronto Raptors have a commanding 3-0 series lead. Is it time for their dreams to be realized, for their thirst to be quenched? Find out tonight as they do battle against the Knicks. The Eastern Conference Finals continue.
Welcome back to the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. The battle for the East has been a runaway 3-0 series, but that could all change tonight in Game 4. I'm Brian Anderson, and with me tonight, Grant Hill and Tim Legler. And down on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. So let's take a look at the starters for the Toronto Raptors. Ingram the 3 with Barnes the 4. Then there's Johnson, then there's Mark Williams, and it's Gillespie in a 2-guard. And for New York, they've got Josh Hart. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Towns in at the 5, roaming the paint. You take a look at New York, they are on their heels, facing elimination down 3-0 in these conference finals.
Well, they're a desperate team, and desperate teams are unpredictable. Some just roll over and give up, while others continue to fight. We'll see what they're made of tonight.
So it's Toronto now, after New York.
Oh, wow. Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Back to Bridges. Here's the pick. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
Williams, a screen on Brunson. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
Now here's Brunson. Got it.
A flashy ball handler at times. Brunson knows how to carve up scoring opportunities for himself.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Earlier I spoke with Mike Brown. As far as Brandon Ingram goes, Coach believes that space is the key. He told me, quote, if we can close the gap, there aren't as many tools that he can go to, especially if we have a second defender to throw an occasional arm out. Percentages drop quite a bit in those cases. Brian?
Appreciate the report, Allie.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Johnson passes to Barnes. So they take the lead.
Well, it's early, but I love their offensive game plan to this point.
Toronto shooting their first free throw of the night.
And Scotty Barnes represents a huge part of the future of this franchise. They just love his ability to slot into any position on the floor and do so many different things offensively.
That one goes in. Brunson's gotten his second bucket.
Now, when you start out shooting 80% or better as a team, you start to feel yourself a little bit, and that feeling is good.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Here's Brunson. Barnes with the rebound. And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. And they've had a remarkable postseason record so far. Only one loss.
And this group knows how to bounce back. They have a winning attitude, utmost confidence in their ability to figure out defenses and find creative ways to score. Very well coached, and even the younger players on this team have a sense of maturity that's uncommon.
Robinson, he's checked in for Anunoby. R.J. Barrett, he's checked in for Toronto. Hart passes to Brunson. Over Johnson, and there's Brunson. That one's good. On the assist from Hart. 6 points for Jalen Brunson. It's Johnson with a drive. And Williams punches it home.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Hart from long range. Williams grabs the board.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
He buries it from 3.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Now here's Bridges. Outside Brunson. Hart from long range. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
No debate there. He's got hammered.
All right, guys, what do do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Toronto?
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
Well, don't forget about their scoring in the open floor. They've been getting a lot of production on their break.
Shamet, he's checked in for New York. Alvarado comes in for Brunson. Lets it go from deep. And again, New York with the triple.
Yeah, and for Towns, great awareness at the offensive end.
Raptors lead by 4. Kicks it out to Barnes. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Barnes has got 7.
You gotta love his unselfishness, and you know his coach does as well.
His willingness to share the ball elevates this offense.
Here's Shamet. And again, New York with the triple.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And the Knicks making a change here. Bridges is checked in. Pirtle's checked in for Toronto. Here's Johnson. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 13.
And another bucket for him. What a quarter he has had.
Bridges against Barrett. Back to Towns. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 is up. Rebound by the Raptors. Shot by Johnson, no good. Knicks trail by 5. It's Bridges on the wing. Here's Towns. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And he is a force in the paint. Towns is such a huge presence inside for them.
It's certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
New York has gone 4 of 7 from three-point range here in the first. Bridges passes to Alvarado. New York working the ball around now. And the 3 off target. Toronto leading by 5. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Outside Johnson. Fades. Offensive board. Robinson with the block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. Here's Barnes. 7 points in the game. Buries it from 3. And it's an 8-point Raptor lead.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. Back to the game after this break. And we welcome you back to Game 4, folks. Thanks for joining us. All right, what stands out to you from Toronto in this one?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Everybody in this league wants to run, but not everybody has the personnel to do it. This is a great start.
Raptors, some changes for Toronto. Brandon Ingram is checked in for Pirtle. Gillespie comes in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Johnson in for Quickly. So for the Raptors right now, Brandon Ingram out there with R.J. Barrett. Then there's Barnes. Then there's Johnson. And it's Gillespie in at the 2.
Pretty much the second Brunson gets the ball, he's into motion, and that's how it's done.
Here's Johnson. Pass to Gillespie. Can they get it? Sinks the tray. Gillespie's got 6 points in the quarter.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Bridges outside. Towns outside. Pass to Bridges. Shot clock at 5. Screen by Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Offense for his team.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. Going inside. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Back to Brunson. And it's New York with another.
I just love the ball move.
Toronto's gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Barnes with a screen on Brunson. It's... Oh, how about that?
Oh, out of my way.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Here's Brunson. Oh, and Johnson with a block. And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
He'll challenge any defender. Brunson going right after it inside.
Shamet, he's checked in for New York.
And one of the responsibilities with being a great player is making free throws.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. 1 to the line for 1. And some changes here for New York. Hart's checked in for Robinson. And it's Bridges in for Shamet. Mark Williams, he's checked in for Toronto. Barnes comes in for Caldwell Pope.
He must have visualized this one because everything is falling.
Back to Brunson. Check out Brunson going to work inside.
And man, you gotta appreciate how efficient Brunson is. And he takes and makes high percentage shots.
Here's Johnson, and he buries that one. Back rim and in. Johnson's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And the defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
A steady start has turned into a spectacular second quarter, fam.
The quick crossover. What a move. That's 29 points for Jay.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
Brunson misses.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
It's Johnson with a drive. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Second chance effort, and Williams lays it in. Now it's a 3-point Raptor lead.
Those are the kind of effort plays that endear you to the coaches, your teammates, and these fans.
It's stolen by Johnson. Pass to Barnes. Shoots over Hart, and Barnes the bucket on the assist by Johnson. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Toronto out in front. They lead by 5. And we've got more action coming your way after this break.
Get ready for your pocket bite of entertainment.
Thanks for joining our halftime broadcast here in Game 4, where it's been a strong start for the Toronto Raptors.
The pace of this game is suiting them well, and it makes sense. After all, they're the ones setting it up.
Yeah, that's what you want. Establish the tempo while staying under control. They can run away with this literally.
And looking at where the Knicks stand in this series, they're 0 for 3 in the series. Kenny, what should they do to stave off elimination?
They got to take a long look in the mirror and figure out which vacation spot they're going. In other words, they're toast, Ernie.
Listen, I don't need to break out the crystal ball to tell you how this ends. They have to white flag up, and the season is on the clock.
A lot of metaphors there, but I get the gist. Speaking of toast, what do you prefer on toast, Kenny?
Jam, no butter.
Shaq?
Jam, jelly.
What's the difference between jam and jelly, Shaq?
I have no
Jam
idea.
don't shake like that.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And we're back with more action from the Eastern Conference Finals on 2K Sports. Here's Gillespie. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. That's the 5 for New York right now. Hart with a screen on Johnson. Here's Brunson. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Johnson. That's short off the rim.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
And Williams punches it home.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Hart finds Brunson. Towns a screen on Johnson. Brunson against Johnson. It's stolen by Johnson. Pass to Gillespie. It's stolen by Hart. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And no matter what the chatter is out there, all Big Cat does is produce on a nightly basis.
90 seconds into the second half now. Jacks up a 3. Down goes the three-pointer for Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, the combination of his length with that shooting range makes him a huge part of this offense.
Oh, got that one up quick. Barnes has got 15.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Back to Brunson. Launches a 3. Oh, that's his 8th make of the game. He's only missed 4 so far.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Brunson passes to Bridges, and he drives in. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. 14 points for Mikal Bridges.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
And he gets the bucket.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
They're giving up a lot of points in the paint. That's something they have to address here.
The rotations right now are just not good enough. That's going to be a problem defensively all night.
And let's take a look at who's been lights out from beyond the arc in this year's playoffs.
Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock.
Oh, love the intensity once they're hitting the boards.
Toronto shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. The free throw drops for Johnson. And Johnson drops them both. Knicks trail by 8. Right side, Brunson. It doesn't go for him. Johnson with the defensive effort.
Well, he better focus now. His efficiency is dropping, but there's enough game left to make corrections. What a performance for him on the offensive end. He's been fantastic the entire game.
Bridges outside, takes the 3, drops in the 3. Bridges has got 5 points now this quarter.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Anunoby. The Raptors also with a sub. Barrett's checked in.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch, that's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Bridges passes to Brunson. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Barrett can't hit.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Bridges misses.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss. Wow, what a smart play. He recognizes the smaller defender on him and takes it right to the rim.
You gotta enjoy watching Bridges take over. Games like this prove how lethal he can be.
Johnson Johnson against Brunson. It's Johnson with a drive. Oh, misses the dunk. Knicks trail by 9. Hart passes to Bridges. Robinson, a screen on Ingram. Sinks it from distance. Hart's gotten a second bucket on the night.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
Yeah, when your lead guard is doing that, it just creates excitement.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. For the Knicks, Sohan's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Towns, he's checked in for Robinson. Josh Hart comes in for Sohan. OG Anunoby's checked in for Shamet. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Alvarado. Here's Bridges. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Ingram's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Toronto.
These guys have incredible stamina based on how they've been running the floor, using speedy transition play to get fast break points.
Yeah, they've clearly been the more physical team. And how about all those second chance points? What a concerted effort to pound the offensive glass.
So for Toronto right now, Ingram the 3 with Barnes the 4. Then there's Johnson, then it's Williams, and it's Gillespie in at the 2. Johnson inside, Brunson defending, kicks it out to Barnes. The three-pointer off the mark.
Big rebound on a night where they haven't exactly controlled the glass.
Towns on a screen. Bridges! Barnes with a rebound. And Barnes has got the ball here for Toronto. They led the game at one point by 20.
He hasn't found the range lately. It's wild to think he had 3 triples there in the first half. Good decision-making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Johnson driving inside.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
Barnes with a screen on Brunson. Now Barnes. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. And now the Knicks on the break. Banks it home. Big shot.
You have to be in awe of Bridges' athleticism. Gifted at leaking out and executing.
Johnson outside. Williams a screen on Brunson. Johnson fires. 19-footer is good.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Brunson on the drive. Oh, Brunson! What an aggressive move!
Now you see Brunson with that quick dribble. I mean, that is a nice play.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Johnson, another one falls! Amazing! And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy. Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
Williams with the screen. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Hart.
There aren't many feelings like this in sports. Knowing you've earned a trip to the NBA Finals, a special moment for the Raptors.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Grant. Competitive game, they battled through every step of the way.
NBA, can you say big-time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well deserving of this win.
Boy, what an impressive showing from them here in these conference finals. Right from the jump, they looked like the more dominant and confident team, and they just steamrolled their way to a sweep in this one.
And there was never any doubt who the best team in this series was. They didn't just beat their opponent, they decimated them, not even allowing them to win one game in this series. They have to feel good about themselves heading into the NBA Finals.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Jay.
Yeah, forcing turnovers and getting into guys' heads. That's how you shake up the offensive flow.
Johnson.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Next foul. Jalen.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up by 9.
Johnson at the line. 2 shots.
And Johnson drops them both.
Yeah, analytics aside, players making important free throws is always valued by their team.
And the Toronto Raptors will move on.
And the conference title is a just reward for this organization. All season, the coaches and players have insisted they were the best team in the East. And when the playoffs came, they backed it up.
But with that success, a reminder that the most difficult part of this journey lies ahead.
True enough, but still, only one team comes out of each conference, and every year is a battle for the chance to go to the finals.
A chance to celebrate this moment because preparations are now in motion for the biggest matchup of the year, the NBA Finals. And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Ali LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. We'll see you next time.